friends, welcome to Circle Time. It is Tuesday, and I'm so glad you're with me today. Hello, hello, how are you? Hello, hello, how are you? How are you this special day? I'm so glad you're here today. Hello, hello, how are you? I hope you guys are having a great day and a great week. It is beautiful outside today, so I hope you get a chance to go play outside for a little while. Let's do our counting. Let's start off with that like we always do, okay? Let's turn this so you can see the whole thing. Yesterday was the number 10, so what number comes after the number 10? Let's see if you know. Ready? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did you say 11? I bet you did. All right, and let's count to 11 in Spanish. If you want, you can clap your hands or pat your head. Let's pat our head as we count in Spanish. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good work. Such good counters you guys are. All right. We are talking about a new letter this week, and you'll get a little poem in your packet for the letter. Do you know what this letter is called? G. The letter G. My last name starts with the letter G. And the G says G, G, G. The G says G. The G says G. Every letter makes a sound. The G says G. Yeah, and our poem this week, it says, when I look around, I see. You can put your hands like this so you can focus your attention, or go like this for your otoscopes and focus your attention. When I look around, I see many things that start with G. I see grass and girls galore. I see gloves and so much more. Want to look around with me and name some things that start with G? Can you think of some things that start with G when you look around? Let's see if I have my letter G cards. Let's think of some things that start with G. All right, here they are, the letter G cards. And we have, what about some juicy grapes? Grapes start with G. Grapes. And our poem already talked about grass. But what about that animal that has the tall, long neck that likes to eat leaves from the tops of the trees? Do you know what animal I'm talking about? They are orange. They have like little orange spots on them. A giraffe. Did you guess giraffe from my description? I bet you did, because you're so smart. All right, how about this? It's not a fence. It's the part of the fence that opens up. It's called a gate. Gate, yeah. And how about, what is an instrument that you play by holding it like this and you strum it like this? Do you know what that's called? A guitar. A guitar. And there's an animal that's big, and it can be black, and it has long arms, and it kind of walks on its arms and its legs, and sometimes it goes like this. Do you know what that's called? A gorilla. Yeah. So we just thought of lots of things. The poem talked about girls and grass. We have gorillas and guitars and gates and giraffe and grapes and the color gray. It starts with G, doesn't it? All right. I love it. All those things start with G. So look around and see if you can find the letter G, and maybe you're reading a story. You can find the letter G in your story. Or Find the letter G around on signs you might see outside or in things in your house. Maybe you have words in your house on the walls or things like that. Okay? All right, we are learning about insects this week and for the rest of the school year, right? And so one of the things we learned is the parts of an insect. We learned that they have compound eyes, and that means their eyes have lots of little different eyelids in them. Or irises. We have one main eyeball, right, in our eyes, but an insect has a bunch of little eyeballs in their eyes, so they can they see differently than us, right? That's called a compound eye. They have a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. They have 6 legs, right? An insect has 6 legs, but a spider has 8 legs. So a spider's not an insect, right? But an insect has 6 legs, and they also have antenna, don't they? Yeah. So we learned a song about that, and it's going to be in one of your packets here in the next couple weeks. You'll get the words to that song. Let's just sing it. Head, thorax, abdomen, abdomen. Head, thorax, abdomen, abdomen. Compound eyes, a mouth and 2 antennae. 6 legs and an exoskeleton. Do you remember what an exoskeleton is? It's the hard outer shell of the insect. They don't have bones like we have bones inside of our body. Their outside is like their bones to protect their body and hold it together. All right, guys, I want to look at this book. We're not going to read all the words in the book because there's a lot of words, but it's about bugs. It says bugs, bugs, bugs. So on the front here is called a praying mantis, and it's eating another bug, isn't it? All right, bugs, bugs, bugs. Yikes, bugs look scary up close, but you don't need to worry. Are they going to hurt you? Most of them not. Most bugs are a danger only to other insects, and they are the bugs that really bug other bugs. We have a praying mantis right here. We have a stag beetle, a dragonfly, and a beetle hunting wasp. So that kind of looks like a bee, but it's or a wasp. Well, it is a wasp, but it hunts other beetles. It hunts other insects. This praying mantis is sitting perfectly still. But if you're a bug, watch out. A fly lands on a branch near a praying mantis, and the mantis fixes its eyes on the fly. In a second, the mantis lashes out its front legs and traps the fly. Then he pulls it to his mouth, and munch, crunch, soon the fly is gone. Normally, praying mantises aren't usually around our area, but I've actually seen a couple that have come in, and they're not supposed to be in Washington, but I think some people have brought them in. So we have seen some of them. Here's another. Here's that beetle hunting wasp. It says some bugs hunt other bugs, not to eat themselves, but to feed their babies. This hunting wasp has just stung a beetle. It stung the beetle there. And it will drag the beetle to its nest and lay eggs on the beetle. When the eggs hatch, the young wasp, called grubs, will eat the beetle up. Let's see. Here's wood ants. I bet you've seen those around. Wood ants are tiny, but they have sharp jaws, and they can squirt acid, from their bodies. This acid could kill other bugs, and these wood ants have found a dead bug. Together, they swarm and they tear the bug to pieces and carry it back to their nest. That looks like a grasshopper. And they're going to rip it apart and take it back to their nest. Here's a giant well, let's see what it is. It's a quiet day by a pond. 1 second, a mosquito is buzzing along, and the next second, a dragonfly swoops down and snaps the mosquito right out of the air. Dragonflies are flying killers. They eat and eat and eat. In half an hour, they can eat their own body weight. That's like you eating 250 hot dogs. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of hot dogs. An assassin is a person who kills another person on purpose. The assassin bug is a bug that really lives up to its name. When it catches other insects, it injects the insect with poison, and the poison turns the bug's insides into a soup. Then the assassin bug sucks out all of the soup. What? Let's skip to another insect. Here we have a monarch butterfly caterpillar, a click beetle, a postman butterfly caterpillar, and a hoverfly. And it says, with so many killer bugs and other hungry animals, how do any insects survive? Some bugs have special ways to trick their enemies. Let's read about it. What do you think it is they do to trick their enemies? Stink bugs have glands that make smells. Some stink bugs ooze a nasty smelling liquid, and when they are in danger, and that turns the other bugs away. It makes them leave because they stink. They're also known as shield bugs, and some use their flat bodies to shield their babies from hungry insects and birds. So here we see a mommy one covering up their babies on the leaf. The monarch butterfly looks easy to capture and eat, but hungry birds and bugs leave it alone. Why? In the insect world, bright colors are a warning. Bright orange signals that this butterfly tastes bad. Even the monarch caterpillar tastes awful. Isn't that cool? So when a butterfly or a caterpillar is orange, it means it doesn't taste good, or it could be poisonous. So other bugs leave it alone. The caterpillar's long hairs break easily. This is a tropical lepid moth caterpillar. And when enemies try and catch it, they get a mouthful of hair instead. Have you ever had hair in your mouth? It's not very pleasant, is it? And this spiky caterpillar, the postman butterfly caterpillar, can be deadly. And the leaves that it eats make its body poisonous. It's not harmed by the poison, but its enemies are. So it can eat the poisonous leaf, but it doesn't hurt them. Isn't that cool? A thorn bug is good at hiding. It looks like a thorn on a twig, and the birds looking for a meal might not see it. They're smart too, and sometimes they all face the same way in order to stay alive. Here's a bunch of them, and they're all facing one way, so it looks like they're a thorn on that branch. Let's see, what does the click beetle do? To avoid being eaten, the click beetle has a clever way of escaping. It arches its back and then jumps into the air. If the beetle lands upside down, it throws itself into the air again, this time hoping to land safely on its feet. Well, that's cool. It has a way of making sure that it can stand on its feet, huh? Okay, last one. One of these bugs is a harmless hoverfly. The other is a hornet with a nasty sting. Can you tell which one is which? Which one is the hornet and which one is a hoverfly? We can't tell. Neither can most birds. That's why they leave them alone and their nests alone. Still, don't know which one is which? The fly is the bigger one on the left. So this one is the hoverfly, and this one is the hornet. Yep, pretty cool, huh? How flies can disguise themselves, or bugs can disguise themselves so that they don't get hurt by other insects or birds. Pretty cool, huh? All right, friends, that's it for Circle Time today. I hope you learned something new about insects, and we will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Bye, guys.